Hey guys, I'm Jaden Dupree, and today we are running through some more straight-in shot options with a different scenario. So I did this video once with a different layout, and you guys liked it. So I'm doing another layout, and I'm adding a few more options. And I'll probably do a couple more layouts as well. So the first option is just to play the cue ball with bottom left and spin out that direction that running English will take. I'm hitting bottom left on there. That will just send it over in that general direction. I'm hitting about there on the cue ball. Also, what we could do is we could cheat the pocket a little bit and play a stun shot. Now, cheating the pocket means American pockets are big. So if you're playing snooker, which you can use some of these shots, but definitely not this one. So we're straight in, make a straight line, but you can pocket this ball if it hits here, 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 here. So we're gonna give ourselves more angle by cutting the ball more to the right, to where we kind of barely make it on the right, and we can play this with some low right and kind of stun over there, but just watch that scratch into the side. Definitely take more time on these. I'm just kind of rushing through these because we did these in the last video. But now to get to the new shot. The new shot, we're straight in. If we draw back, we'll have to really force it, and that left spin really takes it towards this side before it can spin out, so that is not good. We need to find a way to get down there without, we don't want to shoot a shot where the cue ball is right here on the 8. That's not a very high percentage shot. So what we are going to do, and I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to take me several times because you guys know that my rails are really bouncy. And this shot I have to hit really hard, so the ball will probably pop out of the pocket several times. I'll try it once on screen maybe, but it's hard to make the ball here. But it's easy to get position. So we're going to elevate the back of our cue about 40 degrees and hit a little bit below center on the cue ball. That would jump the cue ball up. It's going to hit off of this side of the rail, and it's going to go like that, which is perfectly legal as long as it doesn't touch the wood. The cushions are part of the table as well, so the only downside with this is it makes it a lot harder to make the ball. But it's still pocketable. If you're playing on a valley table, this is a really easy position shot. If you're playing on a diamond where the balls just basically fall in, this is a good position shot. And here it is. Okay guys, so now we're going to change the layout just a little bit. We're going to take the 8 ball from this short rail and move it over here. And a lot of you would probably prefer to just take that shot and leave yourself the long angle. But what if you were just to rush it and miss it like that? You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that far away. We kind of want to be around this area. We want to be in this range. We don't want to be in this range. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit with straight bottom, no side spin. Make sure you're chalked up for this. You don't want to miss cue. We're going to hit really low on the cue ball, as low as we can hit. And we're going to hit as hard as we can hit with a pretty loose wrist. And we're going to hit real hard and follow through so that we come up with a good shot on the 8. So now, this shot is much easier than being way over here for the 8 ball. And it was pretty simple to execute if you practice your draw stroke a lot. And also I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to show you the margin for error on this shot. So if you hit a little too soft, let's say we don't hit low enough or something, we still have kind of a shot. We hit with a little bit of left there, but we still have kind of a shot. We can try to bank this or whatever, Or we could try to cut it, whatever floats your boat. Just shoot at it. But you can try with a little bit of side spin and still be successful. You're still going to come off of that rail and end up somewhere in this vicinity. So that's always a good shot to know. And now let's just run through a safety shot that we could play in this situation. Okay, so I know we've been playing position from the solid to the 8 for a while now. And I know that's not realistic because we have other solids on the table, but let's just make it realistic for a second and say we're actually playing 8 ball now. Say we're actually playing 8 ball, and that means our opponent only has the 8 ball left, since we're solids, we're shooting at solids. And let's just say we're not comfortable with shooting these shots next for some reason. Let's say you don't like the 1 ball or whatever. So you want to play safe. There's several options for playing safe here. You could just thin it and leave your opponent a tough shot on the 8. You could thin it the other way and leave your opponent like on that rail. Just make sure you touch the rail. You can try to leave your opponent behind the 2 ball, but that's a little tough to judge. We can try that. And we were pretty successful. So those are 3 safeties you can play. This one's probably the highest percentage. There's also another one. If you want to get the 2 out of this area so you can kind of get near these balls next, you can thin the 2 with some bottom left and send your cue ball on the wrong side of the 8. So now your opponent does not have a shot. So that is probably what I would do in this case. Your opponent could try to bank it, but usually what people do with banks is they just get down and just rush them. And see, now they've knocked our balls free. They've even made one of ours. And now we are probably the favorite to win this game with the 1-2 combination and the 1 ball in the corner, then the 8 in the side. So just run through that one again. If you're straight in, thin the 2 ball with low left. Watch the scratch though. That's probably a good example of what not to do. So again, just for that, watch the scratch. But thin that 2 on its left side with low left. And get that cue ball on the wrong side of the 8. And maybe you'll make the 2 in the process and have a shot on the 1. But if you would have missed that 2, now your opponent does not really have a high quality shot on the 8 because the bank is now a double kiss. So you get what I'm trying to say. That was a few safety options for this. Okay, so now we're going to move to something a little different, side pocket straight in shots. So when you're straight in on the side and you need to get somewhere, if you have big side pockets like I do, you can kind of force the ball over there with whatever direction you want to go. If you're trying to go to the right, play with right. Trying to go to the left, play with left. But a little bit of bottom right will kind of stun me over here for the 8. If you wanted to go the opposite direction, if you wanted to go up, top right, we'll kind of send the cue ball up into the air and force it forward. So another thing you could do though, let's say we were trying to get like over here. You could try to, it's pretty much the same concept as we did over there, but now with the side pocket. We're going to cheat the side pocket just a little bit. We're straight in on the 9. We're going to cheat the side pocket to where we're aiming the 9 more towards the right. We're going to elevate our cue and hit really bottom right. Or you can use the left. You can use bottom left. And kind of jump the cue ball, and then it spins back. Just know that the higher you elevate, the more spin is taken out of the cue ball. So let's empty this pocket and show you that real quick. I'm going to show you a couple of different elevations. Probably just spend a few seconds on this. So this is if I elevate. The reason we want to elevate is because if we use straight draw, we come near this side, and that's always a threat. So we just want to avoid that as much as possible. this is a little bit of elevation. And you see how much more backspin is taken onto it. Now we're going to elevate a lot more, which should jump the cue ball higher and spin it back less, unless we put a better stroke on this one than we did last one. See, it also makes the ball hard to make. You saw how it just hit in and popped right out. But see how it jumped more and came back less? Now I guess our opponent wouldn't really have a good shot on the 8 ball, but we didn't make it, and that was the goal. So the more you elevate, the harder you're going to have to hit, which makes it harder to pocket the ball. And the more you elevate, the less draw will be on the ball. So keep all of that in mind as you're shooting. So that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post again, click the subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That will just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. If you have a tutorial request for me, if you want to request anything, just let me know down in the comment section. I will be sure to get it done for you. I think I've done 100% of the tutorial requests. If I haven't done yours, please just let me know and I will get to it. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this video helped you become a better pool player.